Virgo, what's up? Man, so welcome to the channel. I would say welcome back, but I got like 11 subscribers and they're like all my friends and family. So you're probably new here. Glad you found me. Glad I found you. Um, Quick story. First, let me say thank you so much for being here, truly. I appreciate it. This has been a long journey for me. Maybe we're connecting because we've been on a long journey together. I uploaded my first YouTube video for Virgo for my good friend last year on this day. I kept telling her that I was going to upload before Virgo season ended. And I did it at 9 p.m. on the last day of Virgo season. So here we are again. I just read for her and I decided to do another one that's public for you guys. So if you found me, it's because you're supposed to be here. So just stay to the end, okay? I would truly appreciate it. All the cards have been pre-shuffled because this table is very loud. Probably also see some oil because I'm a brown gal, so I have to stay moisturized. So please forgive that. But we're going to get into it. I already pre-shuffled everything, so you don't have to hear me banging on the table. And we're going to get into it. I'm using a couple different decks. This first deck is basically an artwork deck, but it's called The Universe Has My Back. And it's basically sayings, basically artwork that I'm using is kind of like an oracle deck. So, hopefully you'll like it here. You'll want to come back or whatever. If you got good energy, of course. And what's so significant to me, there's so many things. Everything is significant to me. I'll make it spiritual. But it's so amazing that it's already been a year since I uploaded my first video. And so much has changed for me. So much has changed for me. We'll get into that once we get to know each other a little bit better. But, you know, I'm being private like Virgo or whatever. I ain't even private like that. I would normally tell y'all, but I'm being private like Virgo. While I'm waiting for these cards to come out, I'm patient. I'm not going to make them come out until they're ready. But I'll say this. I had my candles all lit and, you know, a cute little scene or whatever. And was doing it by candlelight. And then the sun went down. And I was like, dang. It's too dark. So I start rushing. Then the cars start flying everywhere. Trying to beat the sun from going down. But it didn't happen, so I ended up having to turn on my regular light, which I was feeling real zen. I didn't want to have that like actual lights on. I wanted to kind of be in the dark. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I ended up having to give in to what was. I ended up having to turn on my light in the room. And because the sun's down where I am. So, anywho, I don't know if that means something to you. I had to say it. So, we're going to wait for a card to come out. And, okay. So, I'm going to put these back. And we're going to take this one here. Let's see what it says. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So funny. Not funny, haha, but it's so interesting because the reading that I just did for my friend, it was all about fear. And like I said, wait a minute. Is this the one that she had too? My brain is so bad right now. I don't even remember. I feel like it is, but I won't lie, so I'm just going to leave it alone. We talked about fear. And the song that kept coming up as I shuffled her cards was a song from Drake. And I'm not personally a Drake fan, no shade. He has good hits, but it's just not my thing. But it's the song called From Time, where he says, I love me for the both of us. So, I don't know if that's significant to you, but that song just kept playing in my head. And I have not heard that song in years. I've already shuffled these. But you got despondence and discovery. So somebody's growing. Got some growth here. And you got some heart growth here. So let's see what comes out. These are the chakra oracle cards. Usually I get 3 of these. I'm hoping that's all Spirit brings out. Well, let me not say that. I'm not going to keep fighting what is. As long as like half the deck doesn't come out, we're going to read what's supposed to come out for you. But if you look back at my other public videos, I have a couple private ones that you guys obviously won't see. But I uploaded Virgo, like I said, last year on this day. And Aquarius. But in the Virgo reading, it was about procrastination. And here I am 1 year later. Oh my goodness. 1 year later. And I'm just now doing another Virgo reading. But it's okay. I accept that I was procrastinating. And I'm not procrastinating anymore. So hopefully if you're waiting on something, you just get out there and do it. Just do it. I might slip and cuss. I might. And then I'm cooking some chicken sausage in my air fryer. So you might hear that beep too. Don't let it concern you. Okay? All right, what we got? Facade. The bottom of the deck. It's so funny too. Because this is a card my homegirl got in her reading. This is her first card out. Passion. Passion. And I told her like I'll tell you. Ooh, and destiny on the bottom. Tell her like I told you. Don't hold off on what you're here to do. Whatever it is that you were brought on this planet to do, do it. Don't let your passions and your talents go back to the earth when you do. I said to her, I said to you. And it's not an exact quote. It's something of the sort. But the most unfulfilled dreams lie in the cemetery. I'm believing you'll have a long life. I pray you have a long life. We all have a date where it's our time. When it is your time, don't be that person lying on the bed wondering, man, what would have happened if I would have done that thing? Destiny. It's something that you're supposed to do, that you need to get with. Don't procrastinate. And if you do procrastinate, give yourself grace. But just understand that there's something here for you to do that service. Listen, let me stop because I can pull these all day. I can pull these all day. When I see these cards here, acceptance, rejection, and facade. This first thing is, I tell my daughter is 16 and she asked me if I can give her some advice. What would it be? Like if I had a favorite quote. And I said I didn't have a quote, but the first thing that popped in my mind was just, I told her, I said, now it's going to seem real simple, but it's powerful and it's going to unfold as you grow older. But I told her, accept what is. Period. She was looking like, that's it? She was expecting something like TikTok, song and dance or something, I guess. But the reality is, accept what is. Somebody cuts you off in traffic, accept it. Somebody, quote unquote, rejects you that you feel like you love, accept it. It's billions of people on this planet. It's got to be somebody that like you, okay? And if you like yourself, then you'll have even more options. Accepting what is. Their job decides to cut you loose or you decide to leave it, accept it. Friends not friends anymore, appreciate the time y'all had together, accept it. Whatever comes, accept it. And look, there's a message. There's the air fryer going off. I don't know if you can hear that beeping. Accept that too, okay? Mind your business. We hungry. I'm pregnant, okay? Accept it. Whatever comes your way, accept it. This is what brings peace in your life. Trying to fight through the sand, through the quicksand, only makes you sink quicker. Accept what is. What's on this thing? Cherry pie. I see someone obviously behind her that looks like they may be on the other side. I can personally say the best thing that I've ever accepted was the passing of my mother. If you have someone that has transitioned to the other side and you've been having a hard time with, accepting that, I won't ever tell you to rush your process. However, accepting what is a part of moving forward. It's a part of it. And actually, once I decided to accept that my mom was gone, and it's been 21 years already, but once I accepted that my mother was gone, it opened up my life in such a beautiful way. I mean, many ways that probably wouldn't have been open had she been here because I was so attached to her, So, I was so attached to her. And now that I've accepted that she's somewhere else guiding me, I respect and love her more because now she's everywhere all the time. She's everywhere I go, she's there. And she gives me advice and love and care. But accepting what comes, I don't know who this is for too. But if you got a young daughter that might be a little bit, feeling herself, might be into some boys and doing some things that she's not quite ready for, accept that too. Because she has a journey she's on as well. And, I just pray that she finds her way and you find a way to reach her that she can hear. The next thing is rejection. When I look at this card, I see so many things. It almost looks like the same person in different forms. The little, like, ghost, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. But rejection, we're going to clarify all of this. I'm just giving you my initial energy from this. And we are already doggone 11 minutes in, but we're at 11:11. Don't play with it. So, rejection, we're going to clarify because I need to get this going for y'all. We're going to clarify. And then facade. I'm not old, but I'm not 20 either. What the young folks say, cap? No cap. Don't put on the front. It's always so obvious. It's always so obvious. You ever seen a person who you might suspect might be into the same sex, and that's their business? I don't have any problem with that. But they may be into the same sex, and then one day they decide to come out, and everybody like, yeah, we knew that a long time ago, cuz we thought you like, okay, no, we knew the whole time. So putting on or pretending like something is not, is always super obvious. We're going to get into this. I'm going to use one of my favorite decks. It is the Ghetto Tarot. It's actually reenactments of the Rider-Waite, which is the typical, I hate to say typical, but it's the tarot deck that a lot of people used. Really want to watch my words, but we'll put it like this. It's the more non-diverse tarot deck. We'll put it like that. And so this deck are all brown people in Haiti using materials that they have. And look at you coming out. Using materials that they have in the community to reenact the scenes of the Rider-Waite. So we got 4 cards already. Of course, this is general. Once I start getting more into doing these readings, I'll like sub them out like love or career or whatever. At this point, God is telling me to just do what comes out. So if a whole bunch of cups come out, we'll be reading about love. If whatever comes out, that's what we're going to talk about. Okay? So, first card out the deck, it says Knight of Brooms, but this is the Knight of Wands. We got the Ace of Machetes, which is the Ace of Swords. So you got some passionate ideas and some strong thoughts. You got you that came out, the Hermit. It's always good when you come out of your own reading. And then you got the Nine of Swords, which also came out in my friend's reading. So we're going to clarify with, I apologize if you hear my stomach growling. We're hungry. But this was important for me to do. So here we are. Like I said, hope you like it here. Come on and subscribe before I get ads on my video. Be like, yeah, I was here on Holy Shift's channel before she got popping, because it's going to pop. This is what I know, okay? It's going to eventually pop. So, become part of the crew before I have to put ads on you. You feel me? So, Knight of, Knight of Wands. On this truck, he's standing on a Mack truck. So I immediately think of a player from the Himalayas. A Mac Daddy. All that passion. We're gonna get into it. Spirit, can you clarify Knight of Wands, please? Oh my goodness. What do we have? Son of Baskets. Son of a... No. Ace of... These cards they have different names, so my mind has to like process what it is. Ace of Machetes is Ace of Swords. Clarified by Justice. Got the Hermit. Oh my goodness. Clarified by Page of Coins. And we got the Nine of Swords. Oh, 2 came out. Okay. So Daughter of Sticks and the Death card came out. I'm going to put them back because I only want 1. But if they want to come out, they're supposed to come out, they will come out again. Can I please get 1 clarifier for the Nine of Swords? Oh my goodness. Spirit, like, you going to work out. You've been putting off working out. I'm going to fly these cards all across the room, so you got to get up. And we got the Queen of Wands. So, bottom of the deck, Daughter of Sticks, which is the Page of Wands. And at the bottom of this deck, we got the Six of Cups. So what I get, and let me also say, I read the cards for what they mean, but I also read them based on what deck I'm using, what I notice in the deck, and what Spirit tells me, of course. But initially, this Knight of Brooms in this deck, or the Knight of Wands, talks about a passion that's growing. It's not a page. It's not at the beginning stages. It's a knight. So it's coming in quickly. Knights come in quickly. So this guy is standing, like I said, on top of a Mack truck. It's got a whole bunch of, what does it say on the back here? God. Oh, it says, God bless me. On the back of the, what's this thing called, y'all? I got pregnancy brain, sorry. Just on the windshield, it says, God bless me. And God has truly, mightily blessed you with passion and a yearning to do something new. This Son of Baskets reminds me of my nephew. He lives in West Africa. But when I see this and I see how content he looks, and he's just letting the water flow in the background, not concerned for, to me it looks pretty dark where he is, not concerned about any fears, just has his flowers. And he's just doing what he needs to do. Kids are typically fearless, and they have that beginner's luck because they don't have, they're not attached to a specific outcome. So he's just like, oh yeah, I had to go in the dangerous waterfall to pick these flowers, but it was fun, Mom. I didn't even come out wet. I'm dry. I got some beautiful flowers for you. So this is making me feel like you have some ideas that are so beautiful. You may be having a hard time believing that they're real. You might be struggling or juggling or just trying to balance the fact that you could have an idea so bright. Not that you're not smart or that you're not wise, because you are the Hermit. You are wise. It's just, you might have been sitting dormant, stagnant for so long, putting things off, procrastinating, like I did this reading, and the reading from last year this time. But even though it's the last day of Virgo season, don't they say save the best for last? And I also have to say, I hope you enjoyed your birthday. I really do hope you had a beautiful birthday, born day. But passions that, and remember we had that passion card out of the at the bottom of this deck that my friend also got. It's like passions that'll take you all the way to the end of time. And you don't have to worry about really growing old, because the things that God has you on this planet to do will keep you young. It'll keep you in that energy of youth. I think these cards have little elderly people. I don't like the word elderly. Our seniors. If a side card has, you know, a senior on there too being walked by a child. You have to keep that lively youth, but don't pretend like we all have time here forever. Everybody has an expiration stamped somewhere. And, you know, it's not anything to be afraid of. However, what is to be feared is not doing what it is that you're here to do. You've got beautiful ideas, new ideas, God-given ideas that are coming here to balance you out. It's like, this is, of course, the Libra card. And I'm only going to speak on people that I know personally. This can't go for everybody. But the Libras that I know are like the most imbalanced people on the planet, okay? It's like the thing that we strive for is the very thing that we don't get. It's almost like, and let me not say it like that. It's like the thing that we don't allow to come easy to us, to just freely come. The things that we don't accept, we end up fighting against it. It's like I said earlier, the quicksand. If you fight against quicksand, you sink faster. But if you just clear your mind, stop fighting, pray on a miracle, somebody will come by with a stick that can slowly pull you out. And it's like, it's no need to try to fight for justice or to get back, because whatever was taken from you or whatever you felt like you lost, it really wasn't. The universe knew that it just wasn't the time for that thing, that person, that job, that place, that car, that house. It's something out there better for you, and that's why you didn't get it. So take those beautiful ideas that you have and spark one up. I just said spark one up. If you spark one up, you spark one up. I'm not mad at you. But just remember, don't fight for justice. Don't fight for the balance. Just live and be, and this exact thing will come to you. You have your energy here, the Hermit. Such a beautiful energy. Such a loving and giving energy. Don't forget to give to yourself too. Because I didn't say this, but my favorite person on this planet Earth is a Virgo, my sister Joy. Her birthday is September 17th. And all of my life, she's given to me in such a beautiful way. And everyone else. I mean, her name is Joy for a reason, truly. Even when, like in the Rider-Waite Tarot, the Hermit is, represented by, it might not even be Rider-Waite. One of the older non-diverse tarot decks, the Hermit is shown as a turtle with a light on its back. And even when the turtle goes in its shell, it's still so loving and giving that it doesn't blow the light out and then go in the shell. It keeps the light on for other people. So it's great that you can be that way, but make sure you're being that same light for yourself. Make sure you're being that same light for yourself. You got the Page of Coins here, and this deck is called the Daughter of Coins. This particular deck shows family, lovingly breaking bread, having a good time. It's almost like a family reunion. And some of my personal memories that were the best in my childhood were family reunions. Because everybody came to our house. Our house was the place that everybody just landed at. And it always felt so good. So with the Hermit being the main card and this being the clarifier, make sure you're spending time with yourself. Family is great, and definitely spend time with your family. But make sure, if you're going to go within, by nature you go within, make sure what you're going into is somewhere comfortable. Don't go into your shell and it's like just musty and it's no food and it's just cold, make sure when you go within it feels comfortable like home, just like this card with family. You got the Nine of Swords. This represents thoughts. And I mean thoughts that are tough. Thoughts that might keep you up at night. Hopefully you're not having nightmares, but if you are, don't fight them, accept them. And use the information in those dreams to really bring you out of this sadness. Be sure to use your wisdom. You don't always have to go to a dream, what is it called? Like a dream interpreter on Google. Write your dream out and just break each piece down. Break it down like, okay, well, if this crazy thing happened, in what way would that thing happen in real life? And just break it all the way down until you get an understanding. You have the Queen of Wands. Someone so passionate, again, giving. Even though she's letting this bird light its cigarette off of hers, she's still crowned with a beautiful crown of feathers. It's almost like an oxymoron, because she has bird feathers on her crown, yet she's allowing this bird to take from her. And to the bird, it's like, I got him. But she like, you don't even see this sword across my neck. You about to be another feather on my damn crown. And she has this one sword here. Even though she's the Queen of Wands, she has a sword over her neck, over her chest. And you got the Nine of Swords here. Of course, 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 of Swords talks about some heartache, some pain. But 10s also talk about completion. It's time for you to let that pain that you were feeling, let it go. It doesn't mean it didn't truly hurt you. It doesn't mean that whomever, if it's a person that hurt you, it doesn't mean that they're right. It's just for you to get to your passion, your true goal, your true love for life, or whatever thing it is that you feel like has been escaping you. In order for you to get that thing, hey man, sometimes you got to just walk around with a couple of wounds, and they end up being bandages of beauty. Ends up being like, hey man, instead of trying to cover them up like, hey man, look at this scar. I got this one when I fell down Mount Kilimanjaro, and I got this one. People looking at you like, whoa, you really been on a major adventure. And instead of hiding those 10 swords that have been in your back, it's a badge of honor. Of course, right here, like I showed earlier, it was a 6 of Cups. I don't know if it's childhood things that you've been holding on to. Everybody has something from their childhood that, they could hope and wish was better. We all do. And it could be something with your mom. Could be. An earth sign mom. An air sign mom. It could be anything. Whatever it is. Accept it. Those are the cards you were dealt. That means you were built for it. You can handle it. Let's see what we want to... Well, not what we... See, I say we because I'm never alone. I am never alone, okay? Let's see what we get out of this Light Seers Tarot. Oh. See? What we just talked about? The 10 of Swords. Letting it go. Accepting what is. Letting it fly. Taking those birds that feel like they had you bound and plucking them and making a skirt or a shirt or whatever you want to wear. Take it. And then what you got when you left. If you went to gamey stuff, you can cook it up too. Put it in the air fryer. Oh, I did say I was making chicken sausage. And look, justice again at the bottom of the deck. Stop fighting for what you think is yours. What's yours is yours. There is no one, not even you, that can take away what's for you. Even if you try to run and hide, the universe gonna get what it wants. Let's see what comes out next. Look at this. The Hermit again. Like I said, if you're gonna go within, make your own home cushy. Make it somewhere that you want to be, because if you don't want to be there, no one else wants to be there. The Hermit. And you came out twice upright in your own reading. Oh no, please. See, like I said, Spirit want me to work out, and I've been fighting it. He said, "You're gonna if the only working out you do is bending over to get these cards, that's what you're gonna do." Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Loving. This can be a man or a woman, but the energy of this is a loving person that accepts. You see those hands up ready to receive? It's no fighting. It's no fighting. Their hands are up ready to receive. They're floating in the water. You ever tried to like make yourself float? You sink every time. In order to float, you actually have to not be tense. You have to just relax. And it's like, even though I'm in 3 feet of water and I'm 6 feet tall, I'm afraid that I'm gonna drown. How? All you gotta do is stand up. So this is another sign to accept what is and float on. If you try to fight it, you're going to sink every single time. I'm hearing that it's okay to be yourself. I know Virgos oftentimes can get caught up in what people think of them. And it's great to be self-aware, but it can't bring you, look at this, the Hierophant. A great pair as well. Virgo and Taurus. I happen to be a Taurus. Hey. But Taurus, this is about leadership. It's about enlightenment, giving, but also receiving. Because when you give down here from yourself, you can enjoy it. And then what you get, the stairway to heaven, that's your reward. But it doesn't have to be when you're old and die, or whenever your time is. It doesn't have to be you getting your reward once you pass on to the other realm. The reward is actually in your gift, in doing it. And he is sitting there so happy, so ready to just give and accept. It's not just about giving, it's about accepting too. You got to learn how to let people help you. But first, you got to help yourself. Let's see what we have. Spirit is saying pull another one of these. My prayer for you is that you not only find your passion, but you just get into it. That you get into it. Move this. Real simply put, my vibes speak louder than my words. What energy are you giving off? Butterflies, transformation. So beautiful. I don't use these cards much, so these are all new to me, so I'm just staring at it. But my vibes speak louder than my words. Like I said, no need to put on. Be your authentic self. Who you naturally are will draw people in like a moth to a flame. And you already got the flame, like we said earlier. The flame is in you. It's what you carry. You're the tortoise with a flame on its back, even when it's not feeling it and wants to go within. People still gonna come to you. People probably come to you for advice and spill all their guts, and like a moth to a flame, people are drawn to the light. So if you try to keep fighting it, all you're gonna end up doing is getting to the end of your life and realizing you did it anyway. I gave my friend this example, and then we'll close out. But I told her years ago, you get into your gift, because what'll end up happening is God is gonna get the glory in it anyway. So I would hate for you to come to the end of your life and spiritually hover over your own funeral, and you hear all these people saying all these beautiful things about you that you never knew they thought about you. It's like, oh yeah, you felt that way about me? I never knew. All along you were fighting in quicksand the whole time to not be that thing. And ultimately you were that thing. You just didn't end up getting any of the glory while you were on this planet. Everybody still learned from you. Everybody still loved your advice. Everybody still loved your healing touch. But you didn't get your flowers while you were here. You may as well get in your bag, in your spiritual bag. If it means being a chef, if it means writing that cookbook, if it means becoming a teacher, you don't have to go to school to be a teacher, because a teacher is just a person that teaches. You don't have to be a teacher with a degree to teach, because if Spirit is telling you, then you know it already anyway. My prayer for you is that you accept what is. Every single thing that comes your way, accept what is, and understand that everything works out for you. Everything works out for you. Haven't you had a situation where you felt like something didn't work out, and then after it works out, you're like, man, thank you, God, that I didn't want what I thought wanted me. Or I didn't get what I thought I wanted. Let's pick something out of the Zen book and we're out of here. These are kind of interesting. So let's see. The layman was once lying on his couch reading a sutra. A monk saw him and said, "Layman, you must maintain dignity when reading a sutra." The layman raised up one leg. The monk had nothing to say. I don't know what the hell that means. Let's see. Yeah, y'all, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means something to you. The layman was once lying on his couch reading a sutra. A monk saw him and said, "Layman, you must maintain dignity when reading a sutra." The layman raised up one leg. The monk had nothing to say. I'm guessing he's saying raising up one leg was showing respect. Child, I don't know. Maybe it means something to you. Whatever it is, my prayer is that you got something from this reading, that your soul was fed in some type of way. I appreciate you for allowing me to give of myself. I'm praying the very best for you. Like I said, come back and see me. Things are going to get much cuter around here. Like I said, hop on a train before it start going fast and have to add them ads. Bars. Peace, Virgo.